Okay, today's recipe is going to be Thai chicken curry. For that recipe we need approximately 3 to 4 chicken fillets, some turmeric which will roll the chicken in, some Thai red curry paste, and also we have 2 shallots. We also use for this recipe some coconut milk, some Thai fish sauce, some fresh lime leaves, kaffir lime leaves, some brown sugar, and I also add some chopped pumpkin, or you could also use sweet potato, which gives the sauce a nice twist and also makes the sauce go a nice thicker consistency. This amount of chicken should serve between 4 to 6 people. So what I do first is cut the chicken into cubes. And place them in a casserole. Okay, so just finishing off our chicken. Wash that board. So now what we do is add some turmeric to the chicken, just so it's nicely coated in the turmeric, because then when it's fried it goes a beautiful golden colour. Just a little bit more. Make sure it's all well coated. Okay, now prepare our pan for just slightly frying the chicken. Okay, so now we lightly fry our chicken pieces just till they're golden brown. You don't have to cook them right through. We're using chicken fillets and they will dry out quickly if you cook them too much. So all we're doing is just browning the chicken in some nice hot oil. Just do it in batches. So it'll take some time for this step to be finished. So you can see how they're going a nice golden brown colour. Just turn over the rest of them. So you can see how our chicken is beautiful and golden, so I'll remove these ones from the pan and I'll keep adding the chicken until they're all cooked or all brown on the outside. So now while my chicken's cooking, I'm going to prepare the pumpkin. I've already peeled the pumpkin, cut into rather thick slices. So I'm just going to be a bit rustic and cut them into pieces, or whatever size you like actually. And these are going to go in the microwave for convenience and cooked until they're just cooked through. Some water in them. Okay, for about, I don't know, 5 minutes in the microwave. It might take a bit longer. Okay, our chicken is still cooking, our pumpkin is in the microwave cooking. Another step I can prepare while I'm waiting is to get our shallots ready to fry once the chicken has been is browned. You want to finely dice our shallots, as fine as you can. The last of our chicken is now cooked, so I'll remove that from the pan. And I said earlier I'm using chicken fillets. You also can successfully use chicken thighs, the fillets of the thigh, or even fish. Just use your own imagination. So now I'm going to add to the oil the finely chopped shallots. And just cook those till they're lightly golden. Oh, our onion's looking beautiful and also smelling delicious. So now I'm going to add the coconut, the Thai red, sorry not the coconut, the Thai red curry paste. And here's a bit of guesswork, depends on how hot you like it. I'm going to add, maybe 3 spoonfuls. Stir that in. I've also turned the oil down a bit, otherwise it'll spit. So just stir it in so it's nicely combined with the onion and the bit of oil that's in the pan. And let it cook for a moment or two. Bring it back to sort of sizzling a little bit. So a few minutes have passed now and that's sizzling beautifully. So now I'm going to pour in a can of coconut milk or coconut cream, whatever you like to use. This most likely won't be enough for this amount of chicken, so a little bit later I'll add some more coconut milk or coconut cream, or you can even add some water if you don't like it to be so rich in flavour. So give that a nice stir. So it's all the scrapings of the bottom of the pan are stirred into the sauce. Now at this point I'm going to add some fish sauce. So I also guess here maybe 3 tablespoons of fish sauce. But at the end of when the sauce has been cooking for a few minutes, I taste it. So if I feel like it needs more fish sauce, I'll add them at that stage. I'll also add about 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. And also those freshly picked and washed kaffir lime leaves, as many as you would like to add. And give that a nice stir. And also add a small amount of salt. And in about 2 minutes I'll put the chicken back in the sauce. I'm going to put in here about half a teaspoon, a good half teaspoon of salt, but more can be added after you've tasted it a little bit later on. To this now I add the chicken. I've also added half a can more of coconut milk too to the sauce. Put our chicken back in the pan. Nice and slow so it doesn't splash all over us. All over the stove. Stir. All it needs to do now is for the chicken to cook through, and really it's ready to eat. But also now add the pumpkin, which we've cooked in the microwave or on the stove, however you prefer to cook that. If you don't like pumpkin, you don't need to add that. It's just makes it go a bit further. It looks nice, tastes nice, and also if the coconut milk is a bit thin, it helps to thicken the sauce a little too. So now I'm going to cook that for a few minutes, and then I'll taste the sauce and see what the flavour is like, see if I need to add anything else to it. Right, now it's been cooking for about 5 minutes, and I did actually do a taste test and the taste was perfect, so I won't add any more curry or sugar or fish sauce, but if you need to, feel free. What we do though add at the end of the cooking time is some lime juice. This gives it a beautiful flavour, balances out the sugar, and gives that just beautiful final taste to it. So the juice of a lime, or a lemon if you haven't got a lime, small lemon. And I'll stir. So now I'm going to cook some rice, and that's dinner for tonight. Hope you like this recipe.